We live?
We're live, let's do it.
Hey, this is Derek with Perry House, and we are here with A Paramount, A Love Supreme. Hey y'all, thanks for coming out. We're outside GNC Fest right now. Second appearance at GNC. Just thought I'd ask, what does GNC mean to you, and how did this relationship with Ron develop?
Ron has been a fan of our band for many years, and I believe initially reached out to us to do a cassette tape run of our EP Crisis Meditations. I don't believe that came to fruition, but that friendship has blossomed ever since then, and yeah, we love Ron, we love Gene Scene, and we always have a blast playing here. So,
y'all are from Newark, right?
we started the band in Newark, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
How's the scene out there?
It's very different now than it was when we first started this band. Newark's a college town, so it's pretty cyclical with different groups of people popping up and kind of creating their own space and group of people that start bands and go to shows. So it's always evolving, and that's really good.
Yeah, feels like there's always new bands popping up. There's constantly people moving in and out, so it's always cool.
Keeps it fresh.
Yeah.
So those first two releases, I think those came out on Larry Records and ZBR, is that correct?
That's right.
How did that feel, just to come right out of the gate and just work with some of the biggest labels in the genre? And how did this even happen?
When we were recording the demo, I feel like I made a joke. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we put something out with ZBR someday? Kind of just throwing it out there, being like, nah, that's not gonna happen. And then I think it was literally 2 weeks later, it was a thing.
Yeah.
So it kind of just materialized right away. It was, I don't know, probably the weirdest thing any of us have happened in a band like that. It was very validating though, because I don't know, it happened real quick.
Yeah.
Do either of you have anything to add?
I just want to say we love ZBR. We love both the Daves equally.
And we can't not mention Larry/Eric.
Of course, Eric, if you're watching this, love you, man. Haven't talked to you in a while, but I hope you're doing good. Yeah, we should hang out.
So you mentioned your EP Crisis Meditations, right? So what went into producing that record, recording it? I heard it may have been a kind of an interesting studio setup.
We recorded our demo, and we had played a couple shows after we had put that out, and we kind of decided, well, maybe we should put out something a little more substantial. So we took those two songs off the demo and we wrote a couple more. And like many bands in this genre and tangential genres, we're always looking for a cheap way to record that's not going to break the bank. So our friend Joni Elfers, who ran a studio in West Philadelphia at the time called Earth Sounds, offered to record our EP in what was a warehouse space at one point. And while we were recording the EP, it was interesting. There was a whole bunch of theater props everywhere. So,
It was an anarchist bookstore too.
It was an
It was
anarchist.
it may have been an old church. It was very strange, very weird place.
Yeah. Very interesting building, very old building. And yeah, we kind of took 2 weekends, and we recorded the whole thing, and we mixed it. Joni had set up a control room in one of the rooms next to the main room, and we mixed it. We sent it to Will Killingsworth at Dead Air Studios to get mastered, so shout out Will.
Why does Will master everyone in the genre?
Because he was an orchid.
He was an orchid, that's obvious. But he also does not charge a lot for mastering services. So
Shout out Will.
Shout out Will.
Shout out Will.
Keep it up with the affordable mastering services, and you're always killing it.
So I did a little bit of preparation for this interview, right? I actually did an exhaustive examination of every piece of music ever recorded, and there's only been one time that anyone said Malthusian catastrophe in recorded music history, right? This is true. I was surprised too.
That's us.
Yeah, it is you. Yes,
All
yes,
right,
yes.
cool.
Yes. a lot of your lyrics seem to offer a rather bleak perspective on the future socio-economic state of the world. Like, where does that perspective come from, and why do you think it's so important to talk about this in your lyrics?
When we started this band, I was still in school. My degree, I have a bachelor's degree in public policy, specifically focusing on energy and environmental policy. That, the policies that are implemented in our governments that kind of decide how we generate and use our energy, how we protect our natural resources and things like that. So a lot of the lyrics for that EP came from things that I had been studying in school, and I drew inspiration from that. And as for the bleak outlook, we're not in a good spot right now, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. So I guess that's my personal kind of nihilistic take on it. But that EP kind of served as an outlet for that, for me to kind of be like, okay, I need to express this to somebody else in some way, like that. So
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll lighten it up a little. We like to ask people, can you recommend one up-and-coming band that you recommend we check out? We'll tag them below.
I'll shout out Wounded, Delaware death metal. Check them out.
Shout out Wounded.
Yeah, I got one. There's this one screamo band called Mondrary. They're all in high school. We played with them, and they're so sick. It just made me happy that young people are carrying the torch, and that it's really great to see that, because not everything's gonna last forever unless new people start doing it. So
Sure,
it was really awesome to see high schoolers just be incredible at their art.
Let's get it. Let's wrap. I'm sorry. Let's
yeah,
go
no,
see
it's all
Hundreds
good.
of AU,
I don't know. Check out those bands. You stole my recommendation.
Well, that's
I
good.
got
A
one
double
for you, okay?
recommendation. Yeah.
What's next for Paramount of Love Supreme?
We are working on new music. We've been working on new music for several years now, but keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. And we'll be playing more shows in a town near you. So if you see us come through, come check us out. So.
Right on. Thanks for joining us. Signing off. We're going to go check out Hundreds of AU and then A Paramount of Love Supreme. Woo! Thanks, y'all.
Thank you so much.